video, we're going to look again at a line graph example, trying to understand as minutes or time are increasing, what's happening here. And we're looking at which statement could describe the situation John graphed. Well, let's just look at this. If you notice, here are our minutes on the x-axis and our degrees, are on the y-axis. So what I want to do is just look at a couple of examples here, because I have a line and the relationship here. Once you have a line, a relationship is constant. So if I can look at two examples, see what's happening, compare them, I'll understand that relationship. So at 10 minutes, I look up, and I hit the line here. Well, the degrees are 200. So we start at this point, which is at 10, 200. So 10 minutes, that's this value right here. 200, that's degrees right here. Well, what happens at 20 minutes? Well, there we're at 400 degrees, right? So when we increased our minutes from 10 to 20, we also increased our temperature. That's going to help us here. We don't really even know what the situation is really about, but that's okay. In part A, they say the temperature of a frozen pizza cooking in an oven increases 5 degrees every minute. Well, that's possible. Let's take a look. When we went up 10 minutes, we went up 200 degrees. So let's think of that rate of change. Our y value, our delta y, right? From 200 to 400, that's an increase of 200 degrees. Out of what? Well, we went from 10 to 20. I'm going to subtract. So I'm just subtracting these values minus these values here to see what's happening. So it's 200 degrees for every 10 minutes. And if we reduce that by dividing numerator and denominator by 10, we get 20 degrees per minute, per every 1 minute. That makes sense, right? If 10 minutes go by, and every minute here we have an increase of 20 degrees, then 10 minutes will increase us 200 degrees, which is exactly what happened. So here this can't be right. 5 degrees every minute is too small. The temperature of a frozen pizza cooking in an oven increases 10 degrees every minute. Still not enough. The temperature of a frozen pizza cooking in an oven increases 15 degrees every minute. Not enough. And here, last but not least, our answer. The temperature of a frozen pizza cooking in an oven increases 20 degrees every minute. And all I looked at here was what's called the slope, right? M, the slope, equals delta y over delta x. That's the rate of change. In other words, how much is our y value increasing for our x values, like relative to our x values? And the slope is a really helpful way of looking at that. I hope that helped.